Hello, it's, what is it? I suppose you could call it the Wednesday Waffle. Okay, I've not been around for quite a few days, as you'll be aware. To call it a cold is wrong. It was a cold that never quite broke. You know, when you're congested up, I guess, your sinuses or whatever. So at no point was I like streaming nose, and I did do a bit of sneezing, but anyway. But what it did was give me tinnitus. I had a constant low-pitched rumbling in my, well, it didn't feel like my ears, it felt like in my head, and everything I could hear was distorted, and it was messing with my head big time, and I wound up really quite miserable and, I won't say depressed, but fed up. Yes, I was quite fed up for quite a few days, and so it was like making videos. No, I just couldn't bring myself to do it, because I think when you make a video, you need your head in a certain place, and mine just wasn't there. So yeah, I took a bit of a hiatus, and well, what is one of the best things for lifting your mood but a great big hug? And what better than a hug but a ninja bear hug? That is a terrible way to introduce what it is I want to say, which is thank you to Ninja Bear Hug, who a few days ago he sent me a PM saying, I've got a load of games, you know, largely not box, collectors may not be interested, but I know you don't collect software, you just play them, so would you like these? Because it was having a clear out, and I was like, absolutely, very appreciative. And they arrived today, and I am gobsmacked. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me, the generosity of the people on YouTube in this community, because people do send me stuff, and I don't get it's not something I get used to. It always amazes me. I'm always chuffed to bits. I mean, I sit and think, oh, why do I deserve this? I just sit here and talk and stuff, and people send me stuff. It is fantastic. Anyway, I am going to show you what he sent me. I will put a link to Stu's channel down there, Ninja Bear Hug, which I've always thought was a great name. I have met Stu a couple of times now, first time at Spalding and the second time at this year's replay. Really great guy. I do recommend checking out his channel, because he's such a down-to-earth guy, and you know, well, you'll understand if you go and see. I'm going to show you what he sent me, because I just have to. The first thing that I picked out, I'm not doing this as an unboxing. I opened these first thing this morning. Postman was knocking on the door at like 7:30. I was like, big box. Brought it up here, opened it. You know, I don't do unboxings, and so I'm just going to show you what he sent. What's it called? Sky Jaguar for the MSX, and which is really cool for two completely different reasons. One is I've had an MSX for ages and never had any software to play on it, so just picking this out first, it was like, excellent, I can actually get to try that computer now. But there's another reason why this is cool, and we will get to that. Where to start? SNES, Stunt Race FX, which is a fantastic game. I think it was the second one to use the Super FX chip. I love that game. Mega Drive, Virtual Racing, with that it never ceases to gobsmack me, the size of that cartridge. They're huge, but it is a fantastic game. Megalomania on the Mega Drive. Sonic 3D on the Mega Drive. Did that use the Super FX chip? Not Super FX chip. Did that have some other chip in it? I don't know. It was surprised the hell out of me that they managed to do that on the Mega Drive. Don't know. They did it on the Saturn. I'm not sure, but it was technically very impressive. So what is that? Barcelona 92, Olympics, Mega Drive. I'm peering over my glasses, which probably looks odd because I'm short-sighted, but when I'm looking through my glasses, if I hold it there I can't read it and I have to peer over them like some kind of, I don't know. What is this game? Oh, Techno Cop on the Genesis. So I assume that's the American one. I can play that because it will run on either my Nomad or that Blaze thing. And then we have Micro Machines and Micro Machines 2. Awesome. And then there's more. There is so much more. Submarine Attack on the Master System. The Ninja from the Ninja Bear Hug. Oh, that was a terrible pun. I'm sorry. Double Dragon, Strider, Sonic the Hedgehog. They're on the Master System. And then we come to a load of discs. And where to start? I'll start at the start and show them in the order that they are. Echo the Dolphin, Mega CD. Is that camera even pointing at me? I don't know if I'm holding these in the right place. I don't know what this is. It's by Psygnosis. It's on the PS1. I don't know what that is. I will find out. I'm fascinated. Psygnosis did some really good stuff. Rayman 1. Never played that. There's just loads of games I haven't played on the PS1. Bubsy 3D, PS1. Edit fumbling out. That's not working. I can't pick them up one at a time. I keep getting two. Monopoly on the PS1 and Scrabble on the PS1. Dukes of Hazzard, Racing for Home. I know nothing about this game, but I do know when I was a kid, I used to really enjoy the Dukes of Hazzard on telly. So that'll be interesting. Tomb Raider 3. Tomb Raider 2. Dog barking downstairs. Worms, Armageddon. I don't know what he's barking at. Theme Park. PS1, still, these are all PS1 at the moment. Oh yeah, Ridge Racer, high spec demo. I've heard about this, I've never seen it. That'll be really interesting to give that a go. I don't know how much of, if you're up against other cars or if it's just a time trial around the course or what it is, but I know it was like 60 frames a second or something, which was more than original Ridge Racer did. Very much looking forward to trying it. Well, I'm very much looking forward to trying all of these, but you know, that's one I've heard of as being very impressive, and I want to see that. Crash Bandicoot Warped. I don't know anything about that. He's on a motorbike or something. Yeah, that'll be interesting. NHL Power Play. Now, you know how good I am at sports games, so that'll make for entertaining viewing, won't it? Mickey's Wild Adventure. I'm guessing that's Mickey Mouse. Yes, it's Disney, isn't it? On the PS1. Jurassic Park, The Lost World. On the PS1. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. On the PS1. I know nothing about that. Never heard of that. That'll be interesting. I remember them having a BMX circuit when I was in school, on like an open day or something, and some kid fell off a ramp and impaled his leg on a bar. Yeah, Star Sweep. I don't know anything about that. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. On the PS1. We'll find out what that's like. Cool Borders 3 on the PS1. Sega Worldwide Soccer 2000 on the Dreamcast. Snow Surfers on the Dreamcast. I have only played one no, I've played two surfing games. I played one on the N64 and one on the Gizmondo and found them thoroughly enjoyable, so I look forward to playing this. As I said, I look forward to playing all of them. Choo Choo Rocket, I've heard of this one. I know nothing about it, but I know it's popular. I think it has a good reputation. I don't know the first thing about it, except it's on the it's on the Dreamcast. Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, beat 'em up. I think this is the one with weapons. It looks like he's holding something. I believe this has a very high, a good reputation thing as a classic beat 'em up. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, classic game. Virtua Athlete 2K. Yeah, so that'll be a bunch of people as physically fit as me then. That'll be fun. Worms Armageddon on the Dreamcast. The Herbs, Sims in the City on the Xbox. Can't beat a bit of Sims. I haven't played it in quite a long while. I used to play it on the PC. It was one of those Sims and SimCity. I wasted so much time. FIFA Football 2004 on the PS2. And Go Go Golf on the PS2. So that is just an incredible stack of games that I am so grateful to Stu for. I just can't even begin to thank you enough. And there's more, because he left me a little note with this, and I shall read it to you. And here's a little Brucie bonus. I bought this about 4 years ago at a car boot sale. Could never figure out how to get games running on it though. It needs a few screws in the bottom and a good clean, but other than that it's all good. Better off with you, where it'll get some use, than sat in my attic gathering dust for eternity. Well, I figured out how to use it. It works. It's great. This is why what I was saying about this earlier. This is why I was saying what I was... God, I can't put a sentence together. It's quite heavy. The Brucie bonus Stu was talking about is this little baby. A Sony Hitbit, they call it. I don't know why they call it Hitbit. It's an MSX computer. They're 8-bit, made in Japan. They were like a Microsoft thing. Microsoft provided the operating system, and the idea was lots of manufacturers would produce compatible computers, because at that time there were masses of different computers on the market, all incompatible. This is, I've got a Hitachi HX10 something or other, which is like the absolute base MSX model, very limited. This is a step up from that. I don't know exactly what... Different ones were for doing different things. Some had higher specification than others. This one I believe is fairly high spec, certainly higher than my Hitachi. It's got a whole load of stuff on the back here that I don't know what it does. It's got a SCART socket, which is cool, because I certainly don't have... I don't think I've got that on my other thing. We've got a video, audio thingy out, tape in, RF printer, some big cartridge ports there that I don't know what goes in there, because it's not the games cartridge, because the games cartridge socket is there, so I don't know what that does. And then you've got your joystick ports there. It's a lovely piece of kit. It's heavy. It's surprising. I'm so used to a lot of 8-bit computers. You pick them up and they're just so light, and especially like some of the later ones, they've got into making the motherboard smaller and lighter. This thing is heavy. Awesome, awesome piece of kit. And again, Stu, big thanks. I did have a play at this to try that out earlier, and that's really cool. I will be doing a video. I mean, I say it every time I get sent games. I say I will make videos of all of them, and I will. I don't know when, because I've been sent so many games lately. But wow. You know, I said I was feeling down, and you just can't beat a ninja bear hug for making you feel better and lifting your mood. That it just made my day, made my week. Yeah, awesome, great big thanks. Videos will commence as normal from tomorrow, so expect. I'm not sure. I'm almost done with the Amstrad. I'm struggling with some of them because the Amstrad itself is struggling. I'm sure the discs are fine, but the disk drive or the computer itself is just being a little bit lame. So I'm probably going to move on and do the Commodore 64 games that were sent to me by Murray EFC78. I will do those, and then I will move on to this pile of games. So that's enough to keep me going for several months, I think. I just can't begin to express how bloody awesome the people in this community are. You know, it always gobsmacks me when anyone sends me anything. I'm like, wow. Great big thank you. Thank you for watching.